Little girl accidentally stepped on the ice and slipped. She fell backward, hitting the back of her head on the ground. What made it even more tragic was that, at the exact moment she fell, a brick from above her head fell down and struck the girl's head. The girl immediately began bleeding heavily and lost consciousness, falling into a coma. Fortunately, a man with an intellectual disability discovered her. The man rushed over to help her right away. Using the only first aid knowledge he had, he started to rescue her. First, he unbuttoned the girl's pants to help with blood circulation. Then he knelt down and gave her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. However, this scene was misunderstood by passersby. The passersby mistakenly thought the man was molesting the girl. They immediately chose to call the police. In the end, the little girl still passed away unfortunately. The man was also arrested and taken to prison as a suspected rapist and murderer. He was sentenced to death, yet his cellmates, through deduction and reasoning, uncovered the truth of the case. To help the man clear his name, the cellmates wrote a statement for him and told him to memorize every word of it. With everyone's efforts, the man finally managed to memorize the statement completely. The cellmates were overjoyed, thinking that the next day the man would definitely be able to prove his innocence. But just a few minutes before the court session began, the police chief found the man. He refused to admit that he had wrongfully judged the case, so he even threatened the man by using his daughter's life, forcing him to confess to the crime. To protect his daughter, the man had no choice but to agree. Soon the trial started. Everyone's eyes were fixed on the man, hoping that he would be acquitted. Unexpectedly, the man opened his mouth and admitted to all the charges. In the end, the man was still sentenced to death. The execution was scheduled to take place in a week. Although the cellmates didn't know what had happened, they couldn't bear to watch the man die. To help the man escape from prison and reunite with his daughter, the cellmates came up with a bold idea. They actually built a hot air balloon, letting the man and his daughter get on it. The moment the ropes were untied, the father and daughter also rose up into the sky. Yet just when everyone thought they would be able to escape successfully, another accident happened.